Mo has the underlying volume that Mane just doesn't have, and Mo's conversion rate's been going down every year for the last 3, which, whether or not it's his true value or his true skill level or whatever, like I have no idea, and I wouldn't pretend to know, but last season, this was the thing, right, that keep coming back to, is like last season is just the worst he could possibly do, and he like almost had the most points in the game.
Yeah, and he was injured for like months.
Yeah, and he missed. Yeah, he missed games, and he was knocked for a bunch of games, and his output was suffering from that. So, like, to me, he's like a 25-10 guy. Like, I think he probably is like has like 6 more goals in him or whatever.
So
like,
classic,
I think that
like Jermaine O'Neal, just like putting him
20
up.
and 10. Jermaine O'Neal,
Deep
J.O.
breath,
baby.
deep breath.
Right
Derek's
out of high
laughing
school.
right now. That's all I care about.
He was always on Derek or Don's fantasy NBA team, obviously.
True. Yeah, no, I mean, Mo, yeah.
Or like
I mean, I
Zebra.
agree.
Now I'm thinking of 2010.
And some people really don't like Mo, and they like Mane. And Mane is incredible. And, overperforms his finishing shit every year because he's just so good and so lethal. And I'm not going to, hate on that.
No,
That's
I don't
fine.
hate it. What do you think about Mane over Obbs? Game week 1.
Also fine. I mean, to be fair, I haven't spent much time looking at the fixtures. I know Obbs has god tier fixtures.
Yeah, so they have Fulham, West Ham, and Liverpool have Leeds, Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're definitely better, but Leeds is still probably a good fixture.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely a good fixture.
It's
Leeds
good,
are going to
but
probably
it's
try
not,
and play the same way as Liverpool and get fucking obliterated.
But it's not Fulham, West Ham, probably.
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not. I mean, they play Chelsea. Like, that's the toughest fixture of the 4.
Yeah.
Would you do that, or do you think that's kind of like suicide because Obbs is going to be way more owned and more captained, and he's good and probably the best captain game week 2 and of any of these players because it's home West Ham when they play Chelsea?
I think you got to go Obbs then.
You got to go Obbs there. Yeah, I came to that. Yeah, I was interested in the Mane thing.
Yeah.
We were talking. Some people were talking about on Discord. I thought it was interesting, but yeah, I came to that also with Obbs.
The thing I've said this a million times, and Arsenal fans always get mad when I say it. But the one thing for me with Obbs isn't where he plays, whatever. I don't give a shit about that. His numbers have gone down for 3 or 4 consecutive seasons. He way overperformed last season, he never has in his life. We have enough information that we know he's not an above average finisher. He's incredible at just getting a lot of chances. And so I do expect a lot of regression from him. He's old. His numbers are declining. He way overperformed. And Arsenal aren't that good attacking. So
I could see that.
Yeah, short term, I think it's kind of ridiculous to argue Mane over Obbs with those 2 fixtures. But my outlook on Obbs, I think, is a lot lower than the majority of people that I'm seeing. But just that's
I think he's bad.
Rant.
I think he's a bad pick, but I think he's definitely should be in the team for game week 1. Fulham, West Ham. Then it goes.
Fulham are probably the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I mean,
competing
they're
with
in the bottom. Yeah, West Brom, whatever, but. Yeah, and then it goes, they have at Liverpool, at City, 2 of the next 3 after that, so you don't want anything there. So, yeah, I think Obbs is, that
Obbs
kind of
is
covers
great
Obbs.
for an early wild card guy or just a planned transfer guy.
Yeah, I think he was the big winner from the game week 1 blank, if this actually happens, that, Obbs was in no teams and now he's in every team because he's just
he's
a placeholder.
33% owned.
Yeah, he's a placeholder.
Yeah.
So let's go over, we got Raz and Kev over at City. So what are we looking at there?
I don't know, man. We talked about them a lot, I think, on the price reaction pod. I liked your idea of doing it by letting captaincy decide between the 2. Whereas me and you, if they had a game week 1 fixture, me and you were kind of both nailed on Kuhn, and we both prefer captaining Kuhn to Raz. And for that reason, maybe Kev is better than Raz because he's just our cornerstone that we just keep all season. But if you're looking to captain these guys, which usually you are with 11-5s, I prefer captaining Raz. So I would go him in that scenario. But they're both great. City are great. They're going to get a lot of points. don't really need to say or think more than that, right?
Yeah, to me, it got me more interested in Kevin because the fixtures to me read like Kevin games to me. Like they're kind of they're tougher games, you know.
I need to look into that because I need to look in if that's like a one season wonder or if that shit is real. But yeah, last season it seemed like he played further forward and got a lot more points in the tougher matches.
Yeah,
And I don't know if that's
looked-
actually systematic or that just happened.
he just looked eye test to me that he was more central and more pushed.
Yeah, there was
And
there was that Arsenal game is the one that sticks in my head where he just legit was false nine.
yeah,
And he
was
got like a
second
quad
striker
return or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, when I'm looking at these games, and you know, we'll touch on Kuhn later, but you know, you want Kuhn in the home bankers and you want Raz in the away bankers, and they have like neither. They have no home bankers until Burnley game week 10, which is kind of a weird one, even though they did do them 5-0 with no fans at the end of last year. And the only away bankers, I mean, Leeds, we don't know if that's an away banker, but they have West Ham. So the fixtures for City, right? There's at West Ham game week 6, which is like, that's a Raz, right? You're like, oh, that's a Raz game.
Yeah.
But the other ones are just like, Kevin could do
Yeah.
between 8 and 15 and like any of the other ones. And I don't really want Raz or like Kuhn or, you know, I mean, I do.
Like if you
great,
don't
but,
plan
you know,
on
if I have to pick
captaining
one,
them, then they're not value.
yeah, but like I would captain Kevin, you know, if Leeds are a little wobbly, like I would captain him at Leeds. I would captain Kevin home Arsenal maybe. Like I would captain him at West Ham, like at Sheffield United maybe, like Liverpool no, like at Spurs no, probably. But you know, I don't know. I just I like Kevin a little
For the
more than I
early
did when I
period,
looked at the
it's
fixtures,
weird.
dude.
Like most of us will have wild carded by game week 10 when their fixtures start easing up.
Yeah.
So what to do with them from game weeks 1 through 9 is really interesting.
Yeah. And that
I think you're
that's
right.
why
I mean, Leeds and West Ham are the
Kevin.
only two like I definitely want to captain a guy from City.
Yeah.
And all the others are really bad.
Yeah.
Although
and
Leicester deceptive.
Leicester
Because
Burnley,
they are
fun.
good against every other team. But when they play Liverpool and City, they get fucking embarrassed and absolutely demolished. And that
Yeah, that could
derailed
be a
their whole
Kuhn.
season last season.
That could be a Kuhn game.
Like I think Liverpool beat them 4-0 and City beat them 5-0 in back-to-back matches. When Leicester were like second in the league at their peak.
Leicester suck.
So that's a sneaky Kuhn game week 3.
Yeah, that's I like that. I agree. I agree with the Leicester shout.
Okay.
So, but it's as tough of an opening run for City as I could if I was to draw it up. Like this would be it. It's a
For
tough
fantasy,
it's a tough
it's
run.
like, yeah.
It's tough. So, which is why I like Laporte.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I like
Yeah, I
Laporte
mean,
a
you
lot
look
more
at those
too.
fixtures from a clean sheet perspective. You like Wolves, you like Leicester, you like Leeds, Arsenal maybe, you like West Ham, you like Sheffield United,
Yeah,
you like
Liverpool,
Spurs.
You never like yeah, cleans.
Yeah, I like that.
Bruno and Rash.
So Bruno and Rash, 10-5 and 9-5. We got two questions on them. This one's long. Moo is Illuminati. He said, what's the argument for going Bruno?
This is my boy, dude.
You like him a lot?
Yeah, well, he had those good questions last month.
Oh, yeah, and with the Foden thing for... Yeah. What's the argument for going Bruno over Rashford? Rashford is pretty much the same stats with significantly higher non-penalty XG since the restart, and is cheaper and gets midfielder points this year. I'm admittedly biased against Bruno because it felt like he just kept hauling via his sideways passes, but I think Rash's better avenues to points is maybe a thing, but are they really going to keep spamming penalties? Give us an anti-Bruno rant, or why am I wrong? And then Haffy followed up and said, what are your thoughts on Bruno? Can't seem to wrap my head around him. Do I want him or not?
A lot of action. A lot of vitriol towards Bruno Fernandes. What's going on with that? What's why?
Is he 10-5 Milivojevic, or is he fucking great? I mean, I think he's a great pick. Like 10-5 for him is good.
I get it when people are looking at the underlyings and, you know, talking about regression, like blah, 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 this and that. It doesn't match up with what I watch from my eyeballs in my head.
So
like
good.
he's just an incredible player. And yeah, he's, banging some direct frees and pens and shit, and he's not getting high XG chances in the box. But the thing that people seem to always forget is the XG stat is based on every player in the league getting chances from a specific spot. And Bruno Fernandes is not every player in the league. He, just like Kevin, is not every player in the league. Kevin outperforms his XG because he's one of the best players in the world. Bruno is, to me, when I watch him, in that category of he's going to do better than what the underlyings say in perpetuity. And, I know his underlyings were really bad. Like the last 4, like, okay, bro, like he played 10 games with 3 days off or 2 days off between them for 3 months before the last 4. Like, I get it. He had 2 shots.
And cups and all that shit too.
Okay, cool. Like you're smarter than everyone. Like that's great. He's going to do really badly. But when you watch United play, he's just in and around a lot. And, he's got directs, indirects, pens, and pens are sustainable for United. Every single fucking year they get at least 6 every year.
I was going to say that too. It's not like a thing that just happened last season and their players started going down and getting calls. It's like, no, they're training to do this, and it just happens every year. So just don't pretend like it's like some weird anomaly. Like, and I said this I think on the last pod, or maybe it was on Discord or something. But like, if in our heads we're banking 10 penalty goals, around 10 for Bruno, then like he should be in every team. That's insane. We're saying like he's starting with 10 goals because he doesn't miss pens.
Oh yeah, he's good at them. Yeah, tens.
That's conservative for Manchester United.
No, you're right. I mean, yeah,
like,
they have 15 last year or something.
They broke the record that they set the year before.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Bruno's a really good pick. He's the one that's like the most difficult for me because he means you sacrifice somewhere else. And, it's either not having a city captain option or not having Mo.
Right.
Or, you don't have Werner. What are we going to say with him, by the way? It fucking pisses me off.
Enjoy saying Werner.
So I'd like,
we
just do
that.
Werner.
Yeah, just Werner.
All right. I need to just... I see the W and I'm like, oh, I'm American. So I say, well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Warner Bros. I get it.
I got it.
I get it.
So yeah, but Bruno 10-5 just, I thought he was going to be 11-5.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's underpriced. I just think he's underpriced.
Yeah,
I think he's just underpriced.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it was
you
a mistake.
Would prefer the underlyings, obviously, to be better. That's a thing.
Yeah, you prefer Rash's underlyings, but you don't prefer your player to fucking suck, which is who Rash is.
And also, he, like you said, he played 90 or 120 in every game with 2 or 3 days off nonstop. He was also bought in January. Like, he's new.
He just got there.
Literally just got there.
And he's on pace for 300 points. Everyone's trying to find the problems, and there's no problems. He's so good.
Yeah. No, he's just great. Like, he's just.
So let's go to Rash. I'm honest. I'm not surprised because everyone's a Manchester United fan in the world, but 9-5, like, are you kidding me? Like, how is that good? How is he good? I get it. Okay, maybe he looks good for a game, and then he's good for like 3 games, and then he's fucking bad for 2 months.
But midfield points, people are baking that in a lot, and he'd be in a lot more points. Especially with their
an
cleans.
Extra 10 points.
No, I mean, he scored 17 goals.
We got 31 bonus last year. He's probably gonna get like 18 now. So right,
cleans and goals. Big. Yeah, I don't know how to do the math anyway.
He
but
had
like
fucking 6 pens last year. Like, he's gonna have maybe 1 this year.
Crazy.
If you bin 6 goals off his 17, he's like 11-7. Like, I think that's more true value for me.
That's
to him.
crazy.
It's like, I think he's probably around like an 11-10 player. Like, maybe he hits 15 when he doesn't, but like, maybe he takes another step forward. He's still young, okay, but I see a very inconsistent raw player when I watch him. Every game is like either he's completely wasteful and he should get subbed at halftime, or he's unplayable and then he fucking donkeys his finishes and he's still not getting points.
And he's been under XG every season except one.
Yeah, it's just
where he played a lot of minutes. Yeah, so
I mean, I don't get 9-5, dude. 9-5.
The thing I don't get is that Tony's 9.
Better, so much better.
He's just better in like literally every way. Like, plays the preferable position, better at actual football, better at scoring. Like, he's just better in every way. That's what I really don't get. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too interested in Marcus.
I'm so uninterested in Rashford. I'm very happy that people are interested in him.
Yeah. Yeah.